Today we are going to talk about the line. The line is a path of a moving point. And here's some facts about the line. The line is the most basic or fundamental visual element of art. It is a starting place for most art creations. And there is an endless number of lines that you can see and use in art. When it comes to types of lines, basically there are more than two types, but technically speaking, there are only two types of line: straight and curved, and the rest of them are combinations and variations of these two types. And when it comes to line styles, you can group them into four style categories. Number one, a solid or continuous line like this one. Number two, all kind of interrupted or broken lines. For example, dashed lines, dotted lines, footprints, or tire marks. They all would fit in that category. Number three, implied lines are the line you assume that lines are not actually drawn, but you can see them as a border between other elements. Good example would be a horizontal line. Like this picture, this white circle is formed with implied lines. It's not actually drawn as a circle. It's drawn through these horizontal lines parallel to each others. Then this circle is formed through these lines. Number four, psychological lines are the lines that are not physically present. You cannot see them. They are generated by our minds based on other subjects. For example, when you point on something, you can move your eye in a straight line toward this thing, but there is no straight drawn line. So the styles of line are solid, interrupted, implied, and psychological. Lines have feelings. There are certain ways our brain processes and interprets what we see. For example, the horizontal lines are generally looks quiet and calm. They suggest some space and distance in our artwork. And the vertical lines, on the other hand, give an impression of height and balance, support and strength. For example, the trees. You feel that the tree is strong and balanced. The curves are very comforting comparing with the straight lines. They're elegant and graceful. The zigzag creates all kinds of energy. They can suggest anxiety, confusion, or excitement and energy. The parallel lines, especially if they are angled, give an impression of speed and movement. Like this ball or this circle, you can feel that it's moving through these angled parallel lines. The slanted lines support the movement and action in an artwork. They can also emphasize and lead viewers' eye to a specific spot in the picture.